Hey, what's up everyone? I'm going to do a super simple video today. I'm just recording off my laptop here. I haven't even done my hair. And as you might notice, there's a little gap in my bookshelf. And that's because I took down all the books that I read in 2017. And we're just going to talk about them. I managed to read one more than double my goal this year, which is kind of exciting. Because in 2016, I only read like 3 books, and I thought that's kind of sad. I should at least read double that. And so my goal was 6, but I read 13. So these are those 13 books that I read in 2017. So I started off the year by reading a book I got for Christmas of 2016, The Portable Henry Rollins, which is just an anthology of stuff from his other books. It was real good, but it was often kind of slow. I gave this one a 6 out of 10. Then I continued the year with a book I bought at the January 1st sale at a local bookstore called Changing Hands. They have a special sale every first of the year, and I bought this at that because I picked this book up and the Bowie song Changes started playing, and I took it as a sign to read it. And this also is just kind of an anthology in a way, just a collection of David Bowie interviews throughout his years of making music and his career. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. If you like Bowie, pick it up. Check it out. So you've definitely heard of this book throughout the year. Milk and Honey, which I gave a total 10 out of 10 because, oh my god, it is getting all the praise and it deserves all the praise. It is so, so good. I picked it up one night when I couldn't sleep and I read it cover to cover and then passed out. But oh my god, so good. If you haven't read this for any reason, just do it. Just read it. It doesn't take long. The poems are real short. They're really good. I love them so, so much. Check out Milk and Honey. I can't recommend it enough. This was one of possibly my favorite of the year, if not like top 3. My next book is not so much a book as it is a script, so I don't know if that's cheating. But if you read like a Shakespeare script, you say you've read Shakespeare, so I guess a script counts. I'm counting it. It's getting counted. It was the script for Dear Evan Hansen, which you probably again heard a lot this year. It's really popular, really great musical. I did this in a real fun way. I would I would start reading, and then when it came time for a song, I would pause it, listen to the original Broadway cast recording, and then stop it when the song was over and keep reading the script. And did that throughout, and it was really good. There was lots of tears. It's very sad. It's very emotional. Recommend. I gave this one. I gave this one a 9 out of 10. So I recommend Dear Evan Hansen, or at least just listening to it. At the very least, listen to it. Really. They say not to judge a book by its cover, but the cover was what attracted me to this book. Meddling kids. It just I was just fascinated by the neon colors and the tentacles, and I picked it up. And if you haven't heard about this one, it's like about this group of people who were in a Scooby-Doo-esque kind of group, mystery-solving group, when they were teenagers, and now they're all adults, and they're getting the band back together to solve one last mystery. And I really like this book. It's lots of fun. It gets real weird and supernatural and freaky, if that's your kind of thing. And I believe I gave this one 8 out of 10. Meddling Kids, I'd recommend again. There's not a book I read this year that I wouldn't recommend. Some I just liked less, but Meddling Kids is real good if you like supernatural, mystery kind of books. I eventually got back into reading nonfiction. I was doing Sweeney Todd, and I wanted to sort of do research for it in a way, and I found Cannibalism, A Perfectly Natural History. And if you want to know all about cannibalism and its weird, fascinating, mystery, this book is for you. It largely talks about animal cannibalism and how like surprisingly prevalent that is, and then also talks about human cannibalism, like the Donner Party and famous cases like that. Um, there's parts that I would say Could have been trimmed down a bit. It could have been, this could be about 50 pages lighter and really wouldn't be missing any information. It repeated some information. But overall, I gave this a 7.5 out of 10. So it's real fun, especially for a nonfiction book. So after reading Cannibalism, I wanted some fiction, and I found this. This is if you like horror, punk rock, and weird supernatural stories, you need to read this. This has a sequel that I'm gonna get soon, and check out. This is the Unnoticables. It swaps places between this guy in New York in the 1970s during the punk rock scene, and flips between a stunt double who has an extra finger living in modern day Los Angeles, and their troubles with similar monsters, aliens, things in between. It's not quite clear exactly what they are, but oh my god, this is a fun time. This is a really fun time. I gave this a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. So if you want fun, scary stories, definitely check out Unnoticables. Then for my birthday, my best friend got me the sort of sequel, if you will, the second book by the woman who wrote Milk and Honey. It is also really good. I liked it a little less. It was a little, I don't know why. Why I liked it less. But I still liked it. I even dog-eared it like I did the other one with all my favorite poems. But this is really good. I gave this a, what did I give it? Sun and Flowers, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave Milk and Honey 10 out of 10. It's got 9 out of 10. But again, so go read Milk and Honey, and if you like Milk and Honey, read The Sun and Her Flowers. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. I went back into horror and read I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which is in reference to a relationship, not suicide. Just to clear things up, but this is kind of a psychological thriller. It's real small. It's really good, fascinating, kind of messes with your head, and in the end, I had to try and figure out what actually happened and what was in the person's head. I don't want to give away too much, but I gave I'm Thinking of Ending Things an 8 out of 10. So, if you want psychological horror, psychological thriller. So I kept it kind of spooky and picked up the second book by Caitlin Doty, who is a YouTuber. She wrote Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Problems. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Problems with the Crematory? Or something like that. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Just Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doty was her first book. This is her second book, where she talks about death practices around the world and how different cultures handle death differently. And it's really fascinating if you want some nonfiction stuff about death. Coincidentally, or I guess not so coincidentally, the last 3 books also came out this last October. I picked up It Devours, which is the second Welcome to Night Vale novel. The pages are purple. It's a really interesting story of science and religion and all that fun stuff. I gave this one a 7.5 out of 10. It was I felt a little predictable at times because you kind of felt like you knew what was going on, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. If you like Welcome to Night Vale and you're like, I wanted to read the Welcome to Night Vale book, then do. I wouldn't discourage you from reading this. Do read it if you think it was a thing you'd be interested in. Then I got What the Hell Did I Just Read? The third book in the John Dies at the End series. Also, that's not a spoiler. John's in this one, too. And, yeah, the title is fitting. And if you like weird horror, well, if you haven't heard of the series John Dies at the End, go back and read the first one, and then read through the trilogy, the Now trilogy. Then if you've read the other two, and like the other two, check it out. If you want to know if you'd like it, if you're not sure you'd like it, and you don't want to take the time to read a book, first of all, you're watching the wrong YouTube video, because this is for liking books. But there's a movie based on the first book called John Dies at the End. And if you like that movie, you'll like the books, and then go check out the books. And I finished off my 2017 reading with Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which I got as a signed copy. The little J Squiggle. Got that. Picked it up and just finished reading this today. I gave this a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. Still not my favorite John Green book, because like Looking for Alaska and Fault in Our Stars are like some of his best work. But this is also getting a lot of praise, and if you like John Green, check it out. It's good. It was a good time. So those are my 13 books that I read in 2017. It's a good time. I hope to read more in 2018, and so I'll see what I have for you in that video. Bye for now.